So, hello, loved ones. So, I just finished editing my newest podcast episode, and all I have left is to type up a description for it. And it is a little late. It should have been out this past Sunday, but I had some stuff going on, a lot of stuff going on. And then I thought maybe Sunday evening I would be able to get it finished and out there, possibly. But just in case I couldn't, I went ahead and recorded another kind of an apology episode. Whatever. I mean, it's kind of a mini episode, but not exactly. I mean, they're usually 20, 28 to 30 minutes long. This is more like 18 to 20 minutes long, so it's not exactly that much shorter than usual. Anyway, but this one that I had just finished and I am about to upload this evening, I am particularly proud of. One, I kind of talk about an issue that has kind of been proposed to me. It's like, well, Matt, your podcast is called My Sober Addiction, and it is about addiction. Well, not really. It's more about sobriety and recovery. I like using sobriety better as a word, but that's fine, whatever. However, see, some people are like, well, you talk an awful lot about reality creation and the what science of consciousness and just things like that, which is true. I do. And what's it got to do with addiction and recovery and sobriety and all that? Well, not a whole lot. I mean, not directly, but I mean, it's a lot of things that I've learned from my time in active addiction because it's like, well, part of what I am talking about in the new episode is we have to move forward in our lives. Who we were then, because we can look at it like the person I was before addiction, and then the person I was during addiction, and the person I am after addiction. Which I'm not saying I'm not an addict. I'm definitely an addict. And yes, I'm in recovery. But I'm moving forward. I'm not going to be one of those people who constantly lets my addiction define me. And I don't think that you should either. Whether it's heroin addiction, whether it's anything. None of that should define who you are going forward. Now, did it shape who you are now? Sure. Because had I never fallen into addiction, I'm quite certain I would not be the person I am today. I just wouldn't be. I wouldn't have the blah, the experiences that I have had. Um, and God, it's hot. Okay. I thought I was sweaty because I just got in from the grocery store, and I mean, just bringing groceries in is like, geez, it's ridiculously hot. Depending upon when you're watching this is the last week of August 2024, and it's been miserably hot. Anyway, so I'm not going to let that define who I am moving forward. Who I am moving forward is, well, what I am. And that's another thing. I don't recommend people broadcast it to the world what they're ultimately becoming. Because manifestation, if you want to go there, is a constant state of becoming. Or maybe be better to say it's a constant state of being. Because a lot of people, and I think that's where most people screw up with manifestation, is they try to have that big aha moment, like hitting the lottery. And yeah, it can happen, sure, but it's not likely going to happen. If you're trying to manifest wealth or abundance, the, could it come in the form of a gigantic windfall of money? It could. It very well could. But probably, but really, that's not. I don't want to say it's not realistic because it is what it's whatever it is. But really, to me, manifestation is a constant state of becoming, of being. Like I am a writer and a podcaster. That's what I do. Now, I'm also a truck driver, right? And the example that I used, like in the last YouTube video, and I even used it in, well, there's that. And I used it in the, in this newest podcast episode, was, if you're a professional poet, if you decided, I am a professional poet, that's what I am. That's now what I am being. Well, that's what you are. Then some people might be like, yeah, well, that all sounds great, Matt, but I work at Walmart, so I'm hardly a professional. All right, fair enough. But you are a professional poet who also happens to work at Walmart, and that's fine. We all got to start somewhere, right? The trick to this whole thing is just be whatever it is. You hear a lot of people say be as if, act as if. I mean, that's truly it. Start acting like a professional poet. And I understand, well, a professional poet wouldn't go to work at Walmart. Fair enough. But you got to work with me on this here. Become that. You're constantly becoming. So if you want to, if your goal is to operate a successful online business, or to be the professional poet, or to be a successful owner-operator truck driver, which I am not an owner-operator, but some people, that's what they want to do. And they do have amazing lives. Abundance upon abundance. It's whatever you want to be. Just decide and don't want it anymore, because you don't want something that you are, right? You just are. So once you've decided this is what I want to do with myself, that's the last time you use the word want. Because once you've established that, that's what you are going to be. Because if you are being it, you don't want it. There's no need in wanting it. So, there you go. Decide what it is and just begin to be it. And if you happen to work at Walmart or wherever, that's okay. That's fine. Because you are a successful online business owner who works at Walmart, or a professional poet who is also a truck driver, or whatever. Anyway, loved ones, the new podcast episode, I just got to type up a description for it. And I haven't been getting crazy with descriptions lately. I was writing like whole blog posts for descriptions, and it's just not necessary for a podcast. I'll save those for my Substack, which I have not been doing a whole lot on lately, but that's because I've been focusing a lot more on other things. But now I do love my Substack posts. Yes. Yeah. If you're interested, go to substack.com, or if you have the Substack app, even better, and just find me, Matt Stevens. I'm on there. And of course the podcast, and if you get to from audio formats, is My Sober Addiction. And of course here on YouTube, it's just Matt Stevens, MSA, for My Sober Addiction. That's what I got for you, loved ones. I will be back directly.